All right, TLDR for people who are just seeing this video. This is part 3. I am reading the full article on Jezebel, where one of their writers decided to contact 3 witches and put a curse on Charlie Kirk. She did it, I believe, to time with the blood moon, the recent blood moon, and the article was published on September 8th. Charlie has passed as of September 10th. So I just wrote a comment, so you can click on that comment, go back to part 2. I also replied to somebody's comment, and that was part 1. Okay, so just follow the trail. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do any preamble right now. I really want to go to bed. I've had 2 late nights. I just want to finish this article, give some brief thoughts, and go to bed. Tomorrow I'll come back, and ideally I'll read all the comments that people are making in response to this article that is still live as of 8 o'clock tonight. Yeah, we'll see if Jezebel decides to take it down. They've decided to add a little editorial to it, but we'll see if they choose to take it down and apologize. We'll see if it's too little too late. We'll see. Anyway, let's read. Okay, so by Wednesday, I checked Charlie's socials to see if he was spouting anything new. And of course, he was. This time, he was weighing in on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's engagement, tweeting, "Young women should get married just like Taylor Swift is planning to. You will be happier." Then, on an episode of the Charlie Kirk show, he told the Taylor Swift to, quote, "reject feminism, submit to your husband, Taylor." It dawned on me. The witches didn't even need to curse him. The Swifties will handle him now. And let's be real, the Swifties are much scarier. Or was sicking the Swifties onto Kirk the curse actually working? Or was sicking the Swifties onto Kirk the curse actually working? Next slide. Then there was more. According to ABC4, Utah State University students launched a petition to bar Kirk and Turning Point USA from visiting the campus on his college tour. Charlie Kirk, a highly polarizing figure, does not align with the core values and ideology that Utah State University strives to epitomize, the petition reads. The petition was launched on Friday, August 22nd, and had already been signed over 3,800 times. Could this be the, quote, "make everyone hate him" at work? Then I saw a tweet that certified the results. His head is getting bigger, the post read, alongside the clip of Kirk telling Swift, quote, "she's not in charge." Next slide. Okay, this is the tweet posted in the article. I haven't watched that video yet. Maybe later I can watch the video and download it, and we can include it in the commentary if it's needed. But essentially, Media Matters says, MAGA host Charlie Kirk weighs in on the engagement of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. "Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge." And then Evan Loves Worf quote tweets and says, "his head is getting bigger." Next slide. And that was on August 26, 2025. Next slide. I believe this is it. Slowly over the course of the coming months, the circumference of Kirk's head will increase inch by inch until he becomes a literal human bobblehead. Or maybe it keeps growing until it eventually pops. Interesting wording. Either way, it feels, ellipses, appropriate. In witches we trust. So, did my Etsy curses work? Time will tell. The forces move in mysterious ways, and as the priestess reminded me, quote, "spell work is a collaboration between the caster, the client, and the universe itself. For now, we can only trust in the timing of the great unknown." Next slide. A special thank you to the witches of the modern age who work tirelessly to hex Republicans and topple conservative regimes, and the occasional ex-boyfriend, in brackets. Your work is appreciated. And to you, Mr. Kirk, may the rash come swiftly. Okay, so I might use the rest of this to go through some of the tweets that I saw in reaction to this article. As of now, actually, let me read the editorial note that Jezebel put out. Hold on. Okay, so in response to this article, they have added an editorial note to the piece. The editor's notes says, "This story was published on September 8th. Jezebel condemns the shooting of Charlie Kirk in the strongest possible terms. We do not endorse, encourage, or excuse political violence of any kind. Mind you, you were very comfortable posting an article with somebody on your staff putting a hex on Charlie Kirk. And now that something really bad happened to him, now you're going to say that you don't condone, excuse, or encourage this. I feel like if that was the case, you would have pulled the article down. I think you're just fine with this. I think you're just fine with this. Wow. Okay. I will say this, while there's a part of me that wants to cackle to the high heavens about this situation, to me, it's like, of all the things that could have gotten Charlie, look, that bullet, whoever did that I will read some of the tweets, but whoever did that definitely knew what they were doing. The way they managed to target him and him alone and hit him in a way where they managed to end his life, that was a hit. But I still think that he was a dead man walking. Or I shouldn't have said that word on Twitter, on TikTok, or whatever. I truly believe that the person who wrote this article, you called his soul. You called it to collect. And the witches who helped you made it happen. And all of you are responsible. Now, and you're not legally responsible. You probably will never be pulled up in a court of law for what you did, but you definitely, in the spirit realm, in the moral realm, you are responsible. You did this. Nothing will convince me otherwise. You all did this. And you'll have to reckon with that. I have no, look, again, as I said, I have no dog in this fight. I hardly know Charlie beyond his looks. I never listened to I don't even think I listened to more than, I think in all my life, I've managed to listen to maybe 10 minutes worth of him talking. I don't think I've listened to him in any real capacity. So I can't even assess his life and assess the work that he has done because I've never taken the time to listen to him. And even with that, I say, like, I'm always so intrigued by people who make it their business to stop people saying things. Like, there is an option to just tune out and not participate. But, you know, there are people out there who feel it's their job to shut down everything that they don't like. But that said, I don't know what rhetoric he was putting out there. So I don't really know how much harm he was causing people. So I'll acknowledge that as well as being a gap on my end. This situation is really odd, really weird. It's just so, it's like truth is stranger than fiction, right? It's just so weird. Like, what are the odds something like this would happen? You know, what are the odds? Christians, just stay prayed up, man, because, boy, you never know who's out here paying for a curse on you. My goodness. Wow. Time is running out on this, so let me pull up just a few tweets. We can go over more tomorrow. I've had 2 late nights in a row. I really don't want to have a third, so I just want to quickly read the last bit and let's go to bed. But this has been a fun read for everyone, so thank you guys for joining me on this journey. King Beale Street says, I'd give anything to be in the Jezebel offices right now, crying emoji. Selena replies and goes, them right now. And there's a SpongeBob meme with the whole office on fire and SpongeBob running everywhere. So King Beale Street replies and says, they're in an absolute cold sweat. Next slide. Kenpachi Zaraki says, I know they screamed for 30 straight minutes. Bradley says, oh, I know it's just chaos right now. Kay says, no, I need to be in a group chat with Kara Brown right now. Next slide. Gigi Marks says, holy hell, but seriously, can someone get me the contact info for those witches? Liv says, that legal department is pressed. F Capitalism says, and they haven't tweeted since. I know they're sweating. Oyster says, this and a new Lena Dunham book, they're feasting. I think that's all I'll read because the time is running out on this, but I have so many screenshots. Stay tuned. I'm coming back tomorrow.